Let's now bring in Karl Rove, Fox News contributor and former G.W. Bush Deputy Chief of Staff. What's the headline tonight, Rove?
Trump wins, but we don't know the rest of the headline. We don't know whether it's 50% or more. And we don't know who's in second place. We don't know how close they are. Think about this. I'm looking at the total here, running on my phone. 1,513 votes is what we've got in statewide. That's less than 1% of what or about 1% of what we think it's going to be statewide. So what we're hearing from right now are small meetings, small caucuses, where there are literally a handful of votes being reported across the state. And we got a lot of way to go before we will understand whether or not Donald Trump has beaten 50% and whoever is in second place and what their numbers are. In the time that you've had the last couple of guests, I've been looking here. President Trump's margin has dropped from 70% to 56.1% right now. Why? Because another 20 votes came in. So, look, we are way before this, except for one thing, and that will be in first place is Donald Trump. The question is by how much.
All right, but so we talked about this false expectation, like he has to beat the 50%. What if he's at 49? Is everybody in the press going to spin it like he underperformed? That's still a massive record, historic victory in the Iowa caucus.
Yeah, well, I'd say two things. One is he has raised unnecessarily the expectations. I wrote about this several weeks ago in the Wall Street Journal. He's been going around saying I'm 60 points ahead. If you're the front runner, you want to lower the expectations, not raise them. And the second thing is, yes, he could get up. Let's say he got 49% of the vote. That's the same number, nearly, that Walter Mondale got in Iowa in 1984 when he was, in fact, that was the final number in the poll. The Iowa poll is 49%. He got 48.9%. But the story was the surprise second place winner, because the second place winner in the last poll had 3%. Gary Hart, who's tied for fifth and sixth place with Alan Cranston of California. He becomes the second place winner and kicks off a 5-month-long battle for the Democratic nomination that is finally settled on the final day of the primary season, June 5th of 1984, when Hart who took a total of 26 contests, I think it was. On the final day, he takes California, New Mexico, and South Dakota. But Mondale wins West Virginia and New Jersey, and by that clinches the Democratic nomination with 22 delegates to spare. Wow. So lots of things happen here.
Sure.
Let's let this thing play out.
Okay, we're letting it play out, but even the fact that we've predicted the winner this early, even from this small amount of caucus sites, you can extrapolate that as to a pretty big victory, Karl Rove. And don't bring up Mondale. My parents voted for him. It's a sore subject, Karl. When you talk about this,
they're part of the rare part of America that voted for him. Treasure those people. They're unique.
It's a very.
He carried one state in the District of Columbia.
Right. It's a very small group of people, and we still love them for it, even though we haven't forgiven them. We talk about DeSantis and Haley both dropping combined about 70 million in this state. What are they going to show for it?
Well, somebody's going to show a second place win and a ticket to go up against to post up against Donald Trump in New Hampshire. And look, the amount of money
that's a lot of money, Karl.
Spent,
I mean, that's a lot of money if you're just still, 14, 15 points. Is that enough even to make the case that this still continues into New Hampshire, South Carolina, and into February?
Oh, sure. Yeah, sure. How much money did Joe Biden spend in the first three contests before he finally won the fourth? And so, yeah, I mean, was it a smart play? We'll only know after the end of tonight, and we won't really know until after New Hampshire, because Iowa gets you a ticket to further contests, and it's how you do in the further contests that determine. Remember, George W. Bush came out of Iowa a big winner and went on to have a crushing defeat in New Hampshire and then recovered in South Carolina. Earlier, we had, Rick Santorum won in a surprise here. Mike Huckabee won in a surprise here, and then went on to lose the nomination to somebody else. So it's a start, not the finish.
All right. The architect and the historian. Thank you as always, Karl. Well, I just want to make the audience aware the numbers you're seeing at the bottom of the screen. It may seem early to call the race with just 3% in, but our projection of a Trump wins based off Fox News voter analysis. And those are combined with these early results.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.